So today I decided to get some work in, came to a nice field. Let's get some sprints in. I'm gonna take y'all through it with me today. Let's go. All right, so it's actually funny watching me do all this because I never even liked to sprint or run at first. The first beginning half of my life, I did not like running, sprinting, nothing, none of the sort. But I think I just eventually began to grow on me, and now I find myself out here doing it myself for my exercise, One of the things I like to do though is my pre-activation and activation warm-ups. That's what you see me doing here. I like to make sure that I'm feeling my body out for the day because honestly, depending on how I sleep and a bunch of different life factors, my body could be feeling a lot different based on that. So I got to make sure that, the body parts that are a little bit more tight or a little bit more whatever are just taken care of, a little bit more activated before I run. And this will just increase your recovery time and increase your health and make sure prevent any injuries as well. That's one of the biggest things, is just making sure you prevent anything from happening. For me on this day, I had to make sure that my hamstrings were good because they were really tight that day, and then also making sure my hips were moving properly. Lately I've been just focusing on making sure my hips are moving in the best optimal way for sprints. So that's just a little bit of what I was focusing on for that pre-activation. Then I'm getting into my activation. That's more so just more moving, more explosive warm-ups, making sure that my body is feeling right and moving right with more of a movement, more swinging and flowing type of movements toward in a line for me. So over the last 6 years, this journey has been up and down, definitely. But overall, I feel like I have improved a lot. I have definitely came a long way in terms of being faster and enjoying running, and also recovering faster, recovering better, learning better technique to run, and then also lastly preventing injuries. Preventing injuries has been huge because I used to get injured quite often from running my at then top speeds, and that was something that was definitely needed to change in order for me to not have that anymore. I needed to make sure my form was better. I needed to make sure I was running enough so that way it wasn't a shock on my body when I did do running and whatever occasions I did. So those things have been eminent for me the last few years, and definitely been stuff that I have been working on and increasing within my own athletic ability. And I think the thing that originally got me into doing sprints for my workouts is the time that it needs to maintain and grow it. Because when you do long distance running and stuff, it can be always at least an hour, 2 hours, depending on how far you run, depending on how good you are. It can take up a considerable amount of time throughout your day. But with sprints, all this that I recorded here today was done within 30 to 45 minutes. Sometimes it'll push an hour if I really want to take long breaks, super long breaks, and just make sure that I'm completely recovered in between. But most of the times it doesn't take that much time out your day. And for me, when I go out, I typically stick to around anywhere between 4 to 8 sprints. And that I really feel like can be pushing it at times, but that's only because that's the only thing I do when I go out for these sessions. I'll just sprint. And also I will do what you'll see later on is hill sprints as well. I might even add another 2 to 3 of those, sometimes 4 of those, depending on the day. Once again, I'm definitely heavy on listening to my body. So if my body is not as fatigued and I feel like I can go more and I'm not really feeling any type of we'll say weighted downness, I'm definitely going to try to go and push myself as best as possible. If I'm a day where I'm a little bit not feeling it and I'm just not flowing as good as regular, then I'll just kind of keep it shorter and quicker. That way I don't have to be out there too long and overexert my body for what I don't need to do. Overall though, once when you get the hang of it, you go out a couple of times, you get really comfortable with it, it becomes really fun. It's lighthearted. It's something that is intense and lighthearted at the same time. Actually, when you're actually running, it's intense, but then the whole other time you're out there, it's kind of lighthearted. You can just do what you want. You're vibing out. I like to vibe out to the music. I like to just mess around and be goofy because that's just how I normally am. But it's very enjoyable. I definitely recommend it to if you want to just get some consistent workouts in and make sure you're sprinting and overall health is good, in good shape. Moving on to the last part of the workout that I recorded on this day, we have the hill sprints. Hill sprints for me are the key to the Rolls Royce. I really love them. I feel like even if you're already fast, they are a great challenge. But for me, I started to implement them when I got a little bit more comfortable running and a little bit faster, because running on a slope anytime is going to be harder than running on a flat surface, you know. I like to usually use a hill that's anywhere between 45 and maybe 35 degrees. Nothing too crazy, nothing too high. You could go probably a little higher if you have a higher hill around you or something. I definitely have not tried that yet, but I'm open to trying it. But doing a hill like this, nice little 35, 45 degree angle, it's a good challenge. You know, you're going to obviously be slower, but at the same time, you will be working those muscle groups a lot better and more efficiently. And also form. Hill sprints really naturally will help your form, because you have to run more coordinated and straight to really get up as fast as possible. So I feel like it's almost like a natural way to get elite form for running, and that'll overall increase your sprinting speed as well. Very fun exercise to do that I like to do to keep in shape and then just keep my speed and sprinting as peak as possible, because you know there's a lot of people nowadays don't or can't run their full max sprint. Like if you getting chased by a dog or something randomly in the street, you're gonna be screwed, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's just something like that all humans can do and need to be able to do and can work on to maintain. So I definitely love doing the sprints. I definitely can hope that this video can help you, inspire you to try something new, or to get out and just move more with yourself and, you know, have fun with it. Mainly having fun with it. Having fun with it is key, because if you make it too serious, you know, life is too short to be that serious all the time. So you got to enjoy life and enjoy little stuff. So I like to go out to the field and get a couple sprints in. All right, got done with the workout, feeling great. Got a lot of good quality sprints in today. And I definitely appreciate everybody who tuned in and watched my video. I'm definitely gonna have more for y'all in the future. Please stay tuned in. Definitely subscribe, share, like, comment, everything. I appreciate all of that. Trying to get this channel up, so help me get it up. I would definitely appreciate that from each and every one of you who watch this. And I'm about to get out of here. It looks like it's about to rain. I don't know if y'all can see all that, but I'm trying to get out of here before it rains on me. So I'm gonna catch y'all next time for sure.